Hey everyone, welcome back from our break that we had. Last episode we found out that Sai's alright, which is good, although she's a little worse for wear. Hopefully she'll tell us what went on there when the time is right. But she seems to not have told Stella what's going on. Too much heavy stuff lately. Actually, let's do that. Whew. Hope everything goes alright. Hey Jamie. Jamie? Jill. Gil isn't here, I see. Are you alright? You look distracted. I'm fine. Don't worry. If you say so. Jill! Where do I take Foray if he needs to use the bathroom? The cage has a small litter box included. Oh, that's convenient. Foray? He's my cat. Some apartments in my building are being inspected today. So I brought him to work in case they enter my place while I'm gone. I see. Well, what can I get you? The usual gut punch. Coming right up. Here you go. I thought when someone ordered a gut punch you had to make a joke about giving the client a punch to the stomach or something. Oh, that? In theory, yeah. Gil's the only one that pays attention to that, though. Really? He didn't receive proper training. He read an old manual my boss had. There was some sort of stipulation mentioning they need to say a puns. But seems like it was sort of an anti-counterfeit measure. I mean, if they copied such a silly stipulation, they'd be caught in the act. Like when the dictionaries add fake words to spot if someone else just copied all of it. Yep. Why not tell him that? It's too amusing, to be honest. So, what's on your mind that's distracting you so much? Nothing you should think about too much. It's like those times you just feel uneasy for no good reason. You might have actually, reason to feel that way, though. Come to think of it, mercenary is quite the uncommon occupation, wouldn't you say? I like to see what I do as bounty hunting, actually. How so? Only job I don't take are those where I have to deal with people who just happen to be in the wrong places. There are some people willing to pay to off someone that has done no wrong. Things like killing someone that owes a house in the way of some building or a noisy reporter. I'm not bitter for turning a blind eye to such I'm not better for turning a blind eye to such requests, but I'm not going to be the one dealing with those. The bounty hunter part comes where? If I'm sent to kill someone that has done something like stealing or killing and I get paid for it, you could see it as bounty hunting. I guess. It's just cheap justification for killing people, though. In the end, they're cheap. However, I won't be the one killing for petty reasons like those. But let's change the subject here. I'll have something bitter if you don't mind. Sure. James asked for something bitter. That's a tad too broad a category, though. Maybe something manly would be better. Let's get a bitter manly drink. Actually, wait, it was the... Not Grizzly Temple. We had the Suplex, but what about... Pile Driver. Bitter Manly Burning. Oh, no, that's not what we needed. One bitter and manly burning drink. Here's a pile driver. Ah, yes. This reminded me of my grandpa. He used to eat Bronson roots every afternoon. Said they made him stronger. Bronson roots. More nutrition per gram than most vitamin supplements. Your grandpa knew what he was doing. Seems I always manage to make you uncomfortable, Jill. Sorry. No, don't worry about it. Although, I guess it's mostly because I can't wrap my mind around the whole taking a human life thing. Knowing you've killed someone and are now talking to me here, it's weird. Reminds me of when I first took sex ed class. I couldn't wrap my mind around people doing that stuff and living normally. Unlike the sex ed, it's better that you stay that way, mind you. Taking lives is not something you should get used to. Ah yes, I know a good way to change the subject a bit. Would you like to hear about the most dangerous bounty hunter in the city? The way you said that was like offering a tale to a bored kid, but yeah, I'd like to hear that one. You see, there was actually a bounty hunter organization in this city not too long ago. Law enforcement would put a price on a dangerous person's head and pay for the proof of that person's death. There was a guy everyone called Jet Black James. He got that nickname because he always wore black clothes. The interesting thing was that the black clothes were there to hide the bloodstains he got from his contracts. His tracking skills were top-notch. His information network was the best. Some even joked he would finish the bounty within half an hour, or he wouldn't take the reward. He was too good, in fact. At one point, he took all the bounties and didn't take a single reward. He was just that crazy by then. The last bounty that the organization ever posted was on James's head. The police had him cornered. His last words were, "Send it all to my account," before shooting himself. Damn. Why hasn't that been made into a movie? So, there's no more bounties after that? A registered bounty hunter was charged with many counts of manslaughter using his old targets as proof. If somebody else tries to recreate the organization, the seeds of doubt would grow in little to no time. What guarantee is there that such an organization would actually be a trap? They could use the registered bounty hunters to take care of the most bothersome criminals, and then dispose of the bounty hunter by pressing charges using their targets as evidence. So, no, Jet Black James made sure that no law enforcement organization is able to set up a bounty hunter of any kind. Ever since then, any crazy enough to be a bounty hunter works independently. Were you part of that organization? I've actually had those suspicions I'm telling you about since the day I heard such a thing exists. Glad to know I'm not just paranoid. I don't know how well you changed the subject, but there's certainly one interesting story. Just to make sure, you're not a rebuilt Jet Black James or something, right? The name James is pretty common, Jill. Besides, if I remember correctly, his real name was actually Theodore. Oh, that story left my throat a bit dry. Give me a beer, please. One beer. Here you go. One of mankind's oldest friends. Cheers. One obvious thing I see is that you don't take the use of the word kill in your stride the way Gillian does. Not good with violence. That's good. It's interesting though, when I compare you two, it's obvious Gillian has seen quite his share of traumatic stuff. That guy's a handful because of that sometimes. Still, he's one of the most reliable people I've ever met. Where is he, by the way? I asked him to keep an eye on a girl that came here earlier. I feel that if something happened, he could resolve the situation. His nose must be itching after we talked so much about him. Yeah, maybe. Well, I've got to go. Send my regards to your boss and Gillian. Will do. Man, today's been quite heavy. Everyone... Wait. If I say it out loud, I feel like I will just tempt fate. But let's try it anyway. Everyone has just been gloomy-faced after gloomy-face, and that dog... I'm sure hope the next client changes that. Oh, you. McDougal. So, you still work here? I knew it! I mean... Quite the surprise to see you here again, Mr. Ingram. Got out of my job. I needed a drink badly, and I remember this crack house was nearby. What can I get you then? I'll have a bleeding Jane. On it. Let's hope that our conversation doesn't go down the weird turn it did last time you were here. Here you go. Tastes just like the pasta sauce my mom used to make. Watered down, artificial, and nasty. So, where do you work, Mr. Ingram? Don't have any specific job, but there's this, well, network of engineers in need of assistance. I have no idea what they do there, but I can follow instructions and that's all they need. Recently I've been working with these Cilia girls working on the experiment-powered suits. My only duty is to give them maintenance once a day. What's that about the network? All those nerds who, know each other and they recommended me. I don't ask questions and quickly learn to do whatever they need. Huh, sounds nice. Pretty monotonous at times, though. Why are you giving me that look? You're just more cheerful than the last time you came. We all have good days, we all have bad days. Today just happens to be a not-so-bad day. Besides, with everyone scared, shitless, in their houses, the streets are clear with no traffic jams. That's always a plus. I guess. It's almost become a bad day, though, thanks to some teens on the way here. What'd they do? It's not what they did, it's what they said. They were talking about how they should just go to the Zaibatsu Corp HQ and blow it up. I've seen one too many kids throwing around that let's kill the king attitude when it comes to the Zaibatsu Corporation. Even if a Zaibatsu Corporation's building suddenly went down, the ones behind it would still be alive. Killing the head honcho just means his or her duties go to the next rim jobber on the totem. Hell, I bet they're plotting to kill each other anyway. Kids these days see too many action films when the rebel saves the day by killing the evil corporation. Don't let it get to you. I don't. I just hate teenagers. It's an interesting thought. A big corporation in control is somehow more dangerous than the regular government. I wouldn't know. I'm not a political person. No shit. Alright, give me a Zen star and try not to mess it up. Coming right up. Here you go, one Zen star. Yeah, it's just as nasty as I've heard. Why order it then? Not your problem. So, where's the red comet? My boss, she's... Jill, Fora's heading your way. Let's play, Fora, let's play. Oh, customer, sorry for the intrusion. You have a dog here and a cat? Cat's mine. His name's Foray. The dog's just hangs around here. Looks well groomed and his fur looks healthy. Seems you take good care of him. You seem to know a lot about cats. No, that's just common sense. Do you like cats, Mr. Ingram? I don't dislike them. But I don't dislike having animals near me, but when I'm eating, or I do dislike having animals near me when I'm eating or drinking. So, I will take my leave. Please come again. Don't count on it. You said that last time. Congratulations, you scared a client off. For as guilty as me. Yeah, but I like Foray. He's my baby. Now go, play somewhere else. Right. You're back. What happened with Sai? That cat boomer girl picked her up. I couldn't see anything, but I guess she was happy. Well, glad to hear that. Did I miss something? Only Jamie and some other guy came in. I see. You look exhausted. Yesterday was filled with people carrying heavy emotional baggage. I don't mind it, but dealing with them tires me out a little bit. I actually found myself wanting Dorothy to burst out of that door at any moment. So you miss Dorothy? Kind of. But anyway, nothing a good night of sleep can't fix. Let's just wrap things up around here and call it a day. Well, we have the funds, it looks like. At least for now. But our beer stash is almost out and we need to get more before we get distracted at work today. So we'll go do that next time. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you on our next day of work. Until then...